You see that water back there, sir? It is actually a pond. A pond where a theft took place and I was the robber. I stole from Mother Nature and I was not fishing. This pond is at the back of a restaurant in my town. The name of the restaurant is not important. What is important is the fact that my parents would take my siblings and I to this pond almost every weekend to feed the ducks that live there. Now, one day, while feeding the ducks, I noticed something. I noticed a lot of things because I watched a lot of people and a lot of animals and a lot of things. I am a people watcher, a tree watcher, a bird watcher. Anything that moves, I am a watcher of it. I'm gonna watch my eye now. You look alright. So, one day I noticed something. A mother duck was swimming with her baby ducks. And of course I was watching because who doesn't love baby ducks? They are so cute. The mother duck came out of the water and the little ducks followed her. Most of the ducks came out and she was fine. But the last duck, she seemed to not like very much. She was making a lot of noise at this last duck. And then she just took her beak and go so. She just bit him 3 times and I was watching. I said, that is no way to treat your child. I wasn't no bystander. I will not tolerate bullying. And I was there thinking, what should I do? On the 4th bite, I heard the baby duck make a terrible sound and I knew I had to step in. I was already pretty close. So I walked right up to the baby duck and saved it from its mother. When I did that, the mother duck was not very happy and she went back into the pond with the other baby ducks. Now, I was still holding the baby duck in my hand, who I had now decided to call Grace for no reason. But Grace was in my hand. We had already been at the pond for a while now and my parents were ready to leave. From the car, they called us. We are ready to go, children. At this point, I had no idea what to think. I was more mad at the mother duck because she was not only an abusive mother, but she abandoned her child. Now, I was not going to leave it there. So, when my parents called us to the vehicle, I just kept walking with it in my hand. Now, there was a strict rule in my house. We were not allowed to have pets at all. The only pet we ever had were fish, and that did not work out so well. My parents are Jamaican, and in Jamaica, you have a dog, it sleeps outside. So, we are not allowed to have animals in our house. I knew that I had to hide this duck from my parents. I was a mother now, so I had to be protective of my child, Grace. By this time, my older brother and my younger sister had already seen Grace, and they were very excited because I had the Kelsey look on my face that something was going awry, and they knew that I was not going to put that duck back. So, when we walked up where my mother and father could see us, I stuffed the duck inside my pants because I had no purse, I had nothing to put the duck in and no pockets. So, I stuck it in my pants, but not to worry, I was wearing underwear. I never went commando, so it was all good. The good thing was, it was already getting dark, so it was a lot easier to conceal a big bulge in my pants. That sounded real bad. The good thing was, it was getting dark, so it was not obvious. When I got in the car, I sat down and took the duck right out of my pants. The good thing is that I sat in the 3rd row and we had a Nissan Armada, so I was all the way at the back. On the ride home, Grace decided to squawk 3 times. Yeah, we were all talking in the car and she just lets out a big "Wah!" On the 3rd time, my parents were asking, what is that? And my brother and my sister, we all started to squawk like ducks and my parents actually went for it. It was very surprising and I started to wonder, but I was happy. Now, somehow I got home and I got her upstairs to my room and I realized I have no house for her. I did not know what ducks eat. I did not know where they poop. I did not know anything. But I was in the 6th grade and I was taking a home ec class and my teacher had just taught me how to sew things. So I made Grace a house out of cardboard and some cloth sewed around it and it was very nice. I liked it and she seemed to like it too. She stayed inside of it. She was an obedient duck. No, she was also a stinky duck. I realized that because she was close up to my nose, you know. I was just trying to look at her and everything. So I took her to the sink and I started to give her a bath and she smelled a lot better. It was very weird washing a duck in my sink, and to make it weirder, she pooped on my hand when I was bathing her. Good thing there was soap right there. Yes, the duck kept stinking. For 3 days, I had the duck without any of my parents finding out. All my siblings knew about it, but on the 4th day, my room really started to stink. Grace was pooping like nobody's business, and it wasn't like I had enough sewing supplies to make her a house for pooping, and a house for living, and a house for all those other things. I fed her a lot of crackers and a lot of bread, but that stuff comes out real bad for ducks. It comes out bad for humans too, but we are not going there. My room really started to stink, and I did not know to fix it, but I had school on the 4th day. Now my father, he has a nose like a bloodhound. And even though my door was closed, when I came home from school, my dad was standing outside my room door and he said, Kelsey, he did not know what to say, but he had seen the duck, and I knew it because of how he looked on his face. So now, my father demanded an explanation, and his right to do so. I had taken another occupant without a lease. Anyway, when I was done explaining my story, my father explained to me that I should not have interfered with the duck's life, and he probably missed his brothers and sisters, and that animals have a different way of communicating with their little ones than we do. My father decided to take the duck back to the pond, and I had to go with him and watch. Now that scared me for a lot of reasons, but the biggest reason was because I was afraid that Grace would die. Remember that I had given the duck a bath on day 1. Now it was day 4. So I was worried because I found out ducks should not be bathed with soap because they have an oil on their feathers that makes them float. I was worried about that, and I told my dad, and he said, we will not let the duck die. We will watch him and make sure that she can float. So when we took her back to the water, her family was there and she floated fine. She looked fine. So it took some time of watching her and her family to convince me that she was alright to be left with them, especially that mother, because you know, that mother, something was not right about her and her discipline. But everything was fine with Grace, and I still went to go and visit the ducks afterwards. Never looked at a duck the same way again, and they were no longer cute because they were poop machines. They were cute from a distance, but I never want to smell a duck again. It was not the greatest experience. It was not my favorite, for sure. Anyways, I am eating lasagna for dinner. That was an inside joke. If you hate being on the outside of inside jokes, watch my last video. And yes, I waited a week to post because I wanted to see that sentence. Thank you for watching, and you will see me tomorrow, I think.
Please don't forget to like and subscribe as well, and tap that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and see you soon. More videos come, so please stay tuned.